Hello. Today we'll be demonstrating the ILS bridge and the SalesEdge application. My name is Brian Gohildy, and I'm the Senior Sales Engineer for Component Control. Throughout this demonstration, we will go over what is the ILS bridge, what is the SalesEdge application, the benefits of the two, and a brief demonstration. There are many benefits to using this application from Quantum. This will bolster the efficiency for your buying and selling when using Quantum. The ILS bridge will allow you to auto-list inventory on ILS, issue RFQs on ILS, and manage RFQs directly from your Quantum workstation. The SalesEdge application is for consolidating views and responding to RFQs, responding to RFQs on ILS, viewing owned inventory on web-based quoting, as well as exporting to Quantum directly from a vendor quote. If you find yourself wondering what is this bridge, the simple answer is the real-time API connectivity between Quantum and ILS market. The bridge automates the selected listing of Quantum inventory on ILS. We have removed the necessity of exporting files to do so. This eliminates the swivel chair effect with separate applications. The ILS bridge from Quantum simplifies the RFQ management process. With integrated search options, you have the ability to display available inventory from ILS in Quantum. Automation that connects RFQ requests to Quantum quote management. The bridge will be generally available in Quantum version 12.2 and above. Automated inventory sync from Quantum to ILS. View stock available from ILS. Search ILS within Quantum inventory module. Send RFQ within Quantum to ILS. Receive quotes from ILS and Quantum for above RFQs. View ILS posts, inventory, mobile, and web applications. Quantum SalesEdge has many features as well. Cloud-based, shows sales inventory loaded into cloud for fair market value pricing. Manage third-party RFQs, display ERP pricing history, create a Quantum customer quote from Edge RFQ. You have the ability to launch this Edge application from your Quantum ERP view, as well as view all owned inventory. There are many benefits, but to speak on behalf of some of them, the ILS bridge will automate inventory posting. Using the ILS conditions, you'll have the ability to automate inventory posting, improve listing position, capture RFQ history, improve RFQ responses. The SalesEdge application allows you to filter and prioritize RFQs, quote or no quote much faster, identify high-value RFQs immediately, leverage mobile in the cloud environment, identify market price and winnable deals, leverage your Quantum quote platform as well as the history. You can find more information as a Q Group member by visiting qgroup.org. As a Quantum user, be sure to visit componentcontrol.com. If you have any questions about this presentation or our ILS bridge, please contact me, Brian Gohildy, at bgojilde@componentcontrol.com. Now we'll go over how to adjust and set security permissions in Quantum for the ILS bridge. Similar to other security permissions inside of Quantum, you're going to open the Maintain User Security Profiles window. Select the Quantum user on the left pane, right-click on the ILS integration to grant or revoke the entirety of this technology. You can open this security tree to manage in greater depth the ability to configure or to utilize the dashboard options, which are the flag code and other dashboard details. Now that we have configured the security settings inside of Quantum for this user, it's time to add this user's ILS credentials. Highlight the user on the left pane and select Edit on your toolbar. On the far right-hand side is where you're going to enter your ILS user credentials. Now that we've got this configuration set up for the user, it's time to view a master part record inside of Quantum. In versions 12.2 and above, you'll have this blue ILS part search button. If you've entered your credentials correctly, it will say available above the button. Once the ILS part listing window populates, you can select any of these stock lines to update the quantity or the condition. Once you select Send RFQ, a warning will populate to confirm that this is indeed what you'd like to do. A second confirmation will populate with the details of the part number, the vendor, condition, and the quantity. If this is all to your liking, please select OK on the bottom right. In this RFQ details, you have the ability to adjust priority, add specific comments to the vendor, add the number of days within the quote that this opportunity is available, a contact name, and the required field delivered by date. This will always be at least 1 day in advance. Once you've entered that information correctly, select OK. At this point, Quantum will create a brand new vendor quote with the information that you have configured. This will allow a vendor using ILS to respond to your vendor quote from your Quantum workstation. As you can see, once they respond, it will show the current value, unit costs, list price, and other metrics. Details may include the supplier comments, the lead time, the minimum quantity, tag date, traceability, and the contact information from the vendor. And now a presentation by Lisa Garcia.
This is SalesEdge. No matter whether you open up SalesEdge launch it from the ERP or traditionally through RFQs and quotes and ILS, the landing page is the same. It's a consolidation of all incoming RFQs from multiple sources. As you can see here, we have ILS and stock market. We're going out in beta with ILS, stock market, and part space, with plans to integrate other sources coming very shortly. The beauty of this page is it gives the supplier the ability to prioritize incoming RFQs from all sources for what's important to them. Based upon filtering and sorting on every column, they can decide what priority they want to set for incoming RFQs, such as, a preferred customer or the customer location, what type of customer it is, the priority of the RFQ, whatever the supplier feels is important to him to set the priority of the incoming RFQs. We also add the market value of the RFQ. So if the supplier wanted to filter and sort by the highest value of the RFQ, he absolutely could work the highest value RFQs first, working his way down to lower values. We give visual representations of a lot of things on this screen so that if you didn't want to come in here and click all the boxes and do all the filtering, at a glance, you can tell when a customer is a preferred customer. For the sources coming in from additional places, then we'll even, letting you know that this is an external customer. If I click on one of the incoming RFQs, one of the Quantum integrated pieces that we have built is we pull in any part level restrictions or warnings. Also, when we go in to do a quote on this part, we're pulling in delivery terms, salesperson, and payment terms. directly from the customer's quantum instance. So the selection of those three fields is defined by the supplier creating the quote. When an incoming RFQ comes in and a customer is not mapped, it'll be blue, indicating that they need to take some kind of action to map this company. When selected, the top 20 most likely matches will come up in view for the supplier to pick the appropriate company. If they still do not see any companies that match what they're looking for, they can always search, and it's turned green once the company is matched. Another integration that we have created for our quantum customers is company level warnings and restrictions. As you can see here, this company has a warning on file. We're going to let the supplier know that at the on the RFQ details that there is a warning. We've also pulled in restrictions. If a company is restricted for for whatever reason that the supplier has defined in their quantum instance, we disable the ability for the supplier to quote. We have real-time integrated ERP pricing coming over from our quantity integrated customers. And with that, as the supplier is going to quote, they can see all of their ERP pricing that has come over from Quantum, the ILS quote history that they have as well. So for our integrated Quantum customers, we give them the ability to quote, through ILS, with all this market intelligence data at their fingertips, or the ability to punch out and go quote in Quantum. And that quote will be immediately transferred over, begin the quote in Quantum with all the data. So all the Quantum user has to do then is finish the quote in Quantum. So again, I showed you the integrated ERP pricing. So with that integrated ERP pricing, when we go to calculate fair market value, we give the customer the ability to get the traditional ILS, fair market value, or the ERP.